All right. Good evening, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you're calling in from or logging in from. Welcome to Team Elite TV episode 25, people. 25. What a special day. I'm so excited. And as you can see, I've got a leadership panel assembled here. Some of our top pearls and sapphires. Starting with, let's start with Jamie in Barbados. Everybody take a turn and say hi to everybody.
Hi everyone, welcome to Team Elite episode 25. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait for what we have in store tonight. Get your teams on and get your pens and your journals. It's going to be a huge night tonight.
Going.
Hi everyone, it's Marsha here in the RGV. I got my journal, I got my pen, I'm ready to take my notes. Welcome to episode 25.
Hi everyone, Kimberly here from Kingston, Jamaica, ready to roll like other leaders. I have my notebook, I have my pen. Episode 25 is the episode to be on, so I'm ready to go.
Hi everyone.
Go ahead, Doris.
Hi everyone. I am so excited.
All right, everybody, that was Lupita. Hey, Doris, you didn't tell everybody who you were.
Hi everyone. This is Doris Lopez in McAllen, Texas, and I've got my awesome journal that I've been using specifically for Team Elite TV. Get ready to rock and roll, and if you really want to change your life, you better sit down and take notes.
All right, that leaves Beyonce.
Oh my God. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whichever part of the world you're dialing in, watching from. Welcome to TV episode 25. We're here to break everything down. So get your journals, take a lot of notes down. It'll be so much fun. Thank you so much, T.
Way to go, Rosette, and everybody. I'm so glad you guys could be here with me today on this special episode. Congratulations, Team Elite. 25 weeks in a row, 25 episodes in a row. Many of these leaders have been with me from the very beginning. Some of them have burst onto the scene and gone hot and just showed us what they're made of. And so just so excited that we have the opportunity to share and to be with you guys today. I know you guys can hear my voice is a little bit raspy today. If you follow me on Facebook, my son had a dance competition yesterday, and just a little bit too much on the hearing. Yeah, but they came in first place. So
yes.
Definitely. So I will be kind of like your grandpa today, sipping tea while we do this.
All good.
That's how I'm gonna make it through. Yeah, no, it's not a hot toddy yet. At the end of the episode, it will transform to a hot toddy. And if you don't know what a hot toddy is, look it up. All right, let's get down to business, guys. This is going to be one of our most special episodes. I got to tell you, I was traveling this week. I had a chance to really think about where we are in the business. And by the way, I want to encourage you guys to have a CEO mindset and to incorporate CEO disciplines in your business. The CEO is a chief executive officer. I want you to know that you are the CEO of your business. And so what you want to do is periodically you want to step back and review where things are, right? So what you want to do, Jamie, is you want to think about, where you've come to and how you got there, right? What did you do well? What can you improve? And then what you want to do next, Kim, is you want to think about where you want to go. Ultimately, where do you need to get to in between here and there, and what are the things that you need to do, adjust, tweak, right? And so what's really cool is, we jumped into Jeunesse, guys, and we launched at the beginning of March, and we really did some great things. I mean, by everyone's estimation, our team is doing extremely well. A lot of teams came out maybe faster, did bigger things than we did, but a lot of those folks have already fled the scene. But that's not the way we operate. We come in and we launch with a 3 to 5 year mentality. We launch with a 5 year mentality, but we'll always give it at least 3 to 5 years. before we even think about, that type of an adjustment. And so everything that we're seeing about this company says that we've chosen a winner. This company is doing exceptionally well. And so we have ourselves a long-term location. And so what we want to do is we want to continue to build our business progressively, month over month, year over year, in order to create some incredible success. And so I took a look at where we were, Marsha, what we've accomplished, and I said, okay, what do we need to do in order to all of us go to our next level? And it's funny because I was on this plane ride and I figured, Rosette, I thought maybe I'm going to sleep on this plane ride, but instead I ended up just taking notes and writing things down. I'm like, oh yeah, this is it. And that's why when I came off, Doris, I sent you guys that message on Facebook. I said, what are the ingredients? And it was fun to see everybody's responses because I already had in mind what we were going to talk about today. And believe it or not, your responses are incorporated somewhere in this training, and so you guys will see. But today is really textbook. Today is school. All right, this training is for anyone who is serious about going the distance, serious about creating a long-term, sustainable, profitable business. I'm not even saying you have to go diamond. Your goal might not be diamond. Your goal might be to create $2,000 a month or $5,000 a month on a consistent basis, and that's what this business is going to do for you for college fund or for retirement or whatever. Some of you, the goal is to go diamond. Some of you, the goal is to get hog nasty, filthy, stinking rich. Which if it's not your goal to do something long term and consistent, then you need to just go ahead and hang up now, get off now, because to stay on this is going to be a waste of your time. I'm not going to rush today. I barely have a voice. I'm in like serious training mode here. I've done this twice already, folks. I've gone diamond twice. My strength, my gift is the ability to take complicated things and make them simple. My gift is team building. My gift is to be able to understand business models and break it down so that people can follow a roadmap and succeed. And that's the blessing that I've been given. I don't take credit for that gift, but I've got it, and I'm going to be using it tonight to share with you exactly what to do. I believe that everybody who gets started in this business wants to succeed, but wanting to is not enough, right? You've got to be ready to do the things that are necessary in order to succeed. It's not going to just happen. The same way if you take a bunch of puzzle pieces. Anybody here ever do a puzzle?
Yeah.
And if you're a kid, you maybe only have 50 pieces. If you're an adult, you might have 300 pieces. But if you take the box and if all you do is just keep shaking the box, the pieces are not going to accidentally fall in place. If you take the box, you just throw the pieces up in the air, they're not going to accidentally fall in place. You've got to follow a blueprint, and you've got to be willing to put in the time it takes to put that puzzle together to get the end result that you want. And so today what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down the puzzle pieces. I'm going to show you what it looks like. And I'm going to challenge you at the end to see whether or not you really want to do this, whether or not you're really going to go the distance, whether or not you're going to incorporate these disciplines and be that person who does everything, right? Who does everything. I've been trained by some incredibly successful people who are now also incredibly wealthy in the things that I'm going to share with you. And that's why, at least up until now, my business is the biggest business in Team Elite. It doesn't have to stay that way. Any of you guys certainly go ahead and pass me if you'd like to. But because I do these things is the reason that my business is where it is. And if you start doing the very same things, well, guess what? You'll get the same result. So as we go through this training, I want you to do a few things. I want you to listen with an open heart, an open mind, an open journal. I want your pen just bleeding out all over the page as you take notes, but I want you to self-evaluate. I want you to be honest with yourself, candidly honest with yourself about what of these things are you doing, what of these things are you not doing, what of these things do you need to do more of, what of these things do you need to get better at. And then I want you to commit. I want you to make commitments to yourself to do it, and to do it for the long term. This is not, again, this training is not for the folks who are looking for a result in a month to 2 months. If that's all you're looking for, if you're going to quit, if that's who you are, you're never going to make it. You're never going to make it in anything, right? And I've been accused of being rude. I've been accused of being arrogant. I'll take all of those as compliments, because what I'm going to do is I'm always going to shoot straight with you, okay? And what I've found is that once you let the quitting gene into the fabric of your existence, you are now a quitter. And so if you quit this, you'll quit everything else. If you won't go the distance here, you won't go the distance anyplace else. If you won't do all of the things you need to do here, you won't do all of the things that you need to do someplace else. You will always get mediocre results, or you will always fail. And so my challenge is to help you go the distance. I'm not trying to put anybody down, but I do shoot straight, because it will take years off of your success journey, okay? I know that doing these things is going to make you tired. And as we spoke about in our leadership call, those of you who are part of our leadership team, it's okay to slow down. This is never okay to quit, right? You adjust your pace like you're running a marathon, okay? So let's get down to business so that we can get down to our training. You have a couple of housekeeping things to cover before we get in. The first thing is I'm really excited to announce that our Nigerian pearls are on the wall of fame. All right, let's give these guys a round of applause.
Awesome.
Hey. Bravo.
Now,
Awesome.
this is by no means all of them. There's still a whole bunch more. But I got to say hats off to Iffy. You can see her on row 2 all the way to the left. I'm just so proud of Iffy. She is going the distance. Her business has been up. Her business has been down. You know, she's had leaders in, leaders out, up above her and below her. But she is in the game. And Iffy, I know you're watching this. I just want you to know that all the way from America, I am incredibly proud of you, and I am honored to call you one of my business partners. And the other 4 pearls are all, I believe they're all in her business. And so way to go, Iffy. You are on your way to diamond. Just stay the course, and you can do it. So super proud of our Nigerian pearls. We'll be adding more. We're getting our jades. We're just asking the leaders there to help us. And as we get them, we're adding them to the Wall of Fame. And the Wall of Fame is now starting to be a lot more indicative of the success that we've been able to build in Team Elite. Wait till you see what happens when we've got everybody on there. It's going to be just retardedly insane. You're going to be blown away. Okay? All right. I know we congratulated these guys last week, but Sapphire is special, so we're going to do it again this week.
That's right.
I want to congratulate Raquel Gerardo in Houston, Texas, and Jenny Gao of Toronto, Canada, for achieving the rank of Sapphire. Both of these guys actually did it fairly quickly. They joined the business in some cases a month or 2 before they even started working. But from the time that they started working, each of these guys did it in about a month and a half to 2 months. So I'm just really proud of these guys. They were very focused, very, very disciplined. And I know they're watching this training and that they will apply these things that we're going to talk about today so they can go diamond. So let's give these guys another round of applause.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Congratulations, guys.
Awesome, awesome. I want to encourage everybody on the team again to embrace $1 Million Morning. Now, here's what I want to say this. If you're watching this training and you've seen the encouragement to join $1 Million Morning more than one time, but you haven't done it, I want you to know that being slow to act on strong advice and encouragement from your mentors is a failure habit. If you're the person who needs to hear the message 5, 6, 20 times before you actually do it, if each time you hear this, you say, oh yeah, I'm going to do it, and then you go off and you forget, and here it is 7 days later, you still didn't do it, I just want you to know that that's one of the reasons why you're getting mediocre results in your life, and until you fix that, you will continue to get that, okay? So you guys can see T.Gray's in straight shooting mode today. I'm just trying to tell you that when you get your morning under control, you can rock the rest of the day. Just ask Kimberly. Just ask Marcia. Just ask Melinda Martinez in San Antonio. She just started, and she is totally rocking it. So I'm just trying to share with you guys, this is something that you want to embrace. It is not a Jeunesse thing. It's a life thing that will make your Jeunesse business go even stronger. So I just wanted to make that. How was that? Was that straightforward?
It's perfect. It's the truth, though.
All right, cool. Because Marsha, I want to make sure I'm not giving any mixed messages, you know.
No, it's the truth. It's $1 Million Morning is absolutely amazing. It just changes your whole mindset about your day.
Absolutely. You know, I'll just say this too, Marsha. If the reason that some people aren't jumping on it is because they want to sleep in, then they really need to jump on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. Because you know what? I know what you want more than you want to sleep in. You want to succeed. You want to win. You want to hit it out the park. You want to be debt-free. You want to be wealthy. You want to get maximum results. You want to retire yourself and your family members early. And if you don't get control of the morning, you will have minimal results.
Yep.
And you know what? I didn't make that up. Do you guys know that is actually scriptural?
Yep.
The scripture says, you guys ready? You want to know what it says? It says, a little more sleep, a little more slumber, and your want will come upon you like a bandit.
Yeah.
That's what it says. As a little more sleep, a little more slumber, a little more folding of the hands, and your want will come upon you like a bandit. Right? So it's scriptural. It says if you keep sleeping in, you know, if you can't get out of bed and go make it happen, you're going to be broke.
Yeah.
Right? So we put this together so we can do this together, and it's crazy because right now I'd say about 75% of the people in the $1 Million Morning community are not part of Team Elite and they're not part of Jeunesse. So that's a clue, guys. Let's go ahead and jump all over this. Okay, let's talk about events. The Jeunesse Expo Unite in Singapore has been a rockin' event. We've been putting the pictures up in our Facebook group. You guys need to take a look at that. You can see Jeunesse does everything in a world-class way. For those of you who like Louis and Gucci and all that kind of stuff, look for the picture where they're doing the giveaways. You can see that on the giveaway cabinet there was a lot of finery. And so let's definitely make sure that we don't miss these kind of events that we plug in. We have an opportunity to do so. We'll talk about that in a minute. Before we get together in Orlando in November, that's our big event. We have an event in Dallas on the 25th, and that is 80/20/365. And I just have to say it. I know I've said it a few times, but this event will be life-changing. You know, I congratulate the people who believed me and came out to the one in Houston. We had an amazing time, and it wasn't just a good time. You know, it is a long-lasting life event that has really changed us. It's given us some disciplines that allow us to use those disciplines to build our success. And I really hope that we can have more people that have these tools. I'm really not hyping this. This is something that when you go through it, you will wish that you had these tools 5 years ago. That you understood what you will understand on the 27th. 5 years ago, you wish you would have known it.
Yeah.
And so I know it's inconvenient. I know it's 3 days out of your life. I know you got to figure out what to do with your kids and your pets and your jobs and your schools and airfares and all that stuff. But hey, you still got to be there. You just got to do it. You just got to be there. That's all I can say. Okay. And then we're getting together in Orlando at the first ever Jeunesse Convention of the Americas.
It's gonna be great.
We're there, baby.
Insane. It's insane. That is it will be exactly what I wanted for my 47th birthday, which happens to be that Sunday, the 15th. See, you guys got to give me some credit for coming up with a creative way to shamelessly plug my birthday.
Of course. Always.
Always.
Plus.
Absolutely, right? I tell you what, that's it's a common trait amongst successful people, right? But unfortunately, I have that disease, that disorder. But I want you guys to celebrate with me, so we're gonna have a good time. But more importantly, we have this first ever Jeunesse Convention of the Americas. And as you look at the pictures of the Singapore event, I want you to realize that the Orlando event is going to be very, very similar to that, and the energy is going to be off the chain, and it will set up your 2016. So you've absolutely got to be there. Yep. So I want to encourage you guys to be there for that. As far as making your travel arrangements, first of all, you can go ahead and register for that in your back office. Travel arrangements, you can come in early on the 13th. If you want to be safe, get in on the 12th if you can. On the 15th, when the event is over, we're going to take some time to do our Team Elite recap. So if you have to leave on Sunday, try to set yourself up to leave as late on Sunday as possible to get back home so that you don't have to miss our team wrap-up. And if you can stay till Monday, that's even better because we'll get together and we'll do some birthday stuff that evening too. Okay. Shoot for Sapphire is rocking in Nigeria, is in Africa. And so I want to encourage all of our team members in Nigeria in particular. I think we may have one or two in Ghana as well. I'm not sure. To really go ahead and embrace this. We rocked the first Shoot for Sapphire, dominated the charts. I think at one point in time there were 8 or 9 new Sapphires in Africa, and all of them except for one was on our team. So that's really saying something about our Team Elite discipline. And that covers all of our announcements. So, guys, that's that. And I'm excited because now we're about to get into our training, and our training is going to be something special. So I just want to give you guys just a moment to get to a fresh page in your journal. I'm going to take a sip of my tea, and we are going to get down to business in a way that we've never gotten down to business ever in all of my 20+ years of network marketing, and since we've been working together in Team Elite. Okay, you guys ready?
Ready.
Okay. So we put this training together because we want to really give people the blueprint. Okay. We want to give people the blueprint to be successful. Mm-hmm. Let me just ask Iffy if she's on. I'm going to give I think she. We want to give people the blueprint of success. And as I was putting this training together, I was realizing that all of the different things you need to do, they build on each other. Like, I like to make lists. And so I made a list. I started out making a list of all the things you need to do to be successful, right? And I said, okay, but let me put the list in order. Let me put the list in the order of, kind of one thing, see what leads to the next, right? And I really challenged myself. I said, okay, but which comes first, right? Like, what comes first? And I kept moving things around, and each, one thing would build on top of the next thing, and ultimately, at the top, you advance rank and you make more money. But there's a bunch of things that happen at the bottom to make that happen. And it was really, really interesting and really powerful. And I said, you know what? It's crazy. I can't wait to share this with you guys. And okay, our friends in Nigeria are struggling. I want to make sure that they can get on. Hold on a second, guys. I hate to delay the training, but I'm just so excited that one of my goals has been to really connect our team in Nigeria, and so I want to make sure that these guys are able to see. So let me give them this link. Okay, cool. All right, so let's get down. Let's go ahead and do this because this is really good stuff, and that's where this pyramid thing came from. So let's talk about this because, so many times when it comes to network marketing, pyramid is a bad word, right? Or in people's perception, it's a bad word. Right. And even when companies get in trouble, like there was a really big company that got in trouble recently, just last week or the week before, they're in trouble. They're being accused of being a pyramid scheme, right? So there is a thing out there, a such thing as a pyramid scheme. And I just want you guys to know the difference. A pyramid scheme, they have no products. The pyramid scheme, it's really not even about the product. It's just about people getting in and people collecting a bonus and making money off of them. And that's not what this is, right? Pyramids are among the most stable and longest lasting structures in human history. You're looking at one of the great pyramids in Egypt. These things have been around for 4,000 or 5,000 years. It's pretty crazy, right? The way they last. As a matter of fact, the Egyptian pyramid is on the US dollar. Did you guys know that?
Yeah.
It's on the back.
Yes.
And if you Google and you say, what does it mean? I Googled, what does the pyramid on the US dollar mean? This is what came up. It said it is a symbol of strength and duration. And who doesn't want that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yes.
A solid, stable, long-lasting business, that's what you want, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Right? I mean, is there anybody on here who just wants to make some quick money and then be done?
No. Long-term money.
Long-term money. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with making money quickly. But if I had to choose, I'm going to choose long-term money, right? Because I want it to keep coming. I don't want to have to figure out a new way to feed myself every 30 days, every 90 days, okay? So your success requires a pyramid of activity. Okay, so what do I mean by that? Well, the first part of the pyramid is the foundation. And the foundation is actually the most important, right? If you look at the shape, it has a big base, right? And that supports the quality of the foundation determines the height and the strength and the longevity of the pyramid, okay? So what is our foundation? Well, our foundation in our business is a list of non-negotiable basics, okay? So let's stop for a second. What does non-negotiable mean? Can one of you guys jump in and talk about what non-negotiable means?
Something that you
It's not up for discussion.
yeah, it's not up for discussion. You're doing it regardless of what happens, no matter what's going on in your life.
What if you don't feel like it?
We gotta do it.
It's not about the feeling.
Ain't nobody got time for
What
feelings
if you're
here.
busy and you're in a hurry?
You have to create the time to be able to do those things. It's like eating.
Yeah. You make time.
These things actually create time for you.
That's right.
They take time to do, but they create time.
Right.
Because this is the kind of stuff. So, for example, I'll give you an example. All of this stuff I did with Marcia and Onawa. I recruited them. We did a game plan. Once the website was up, connected them to the website, integrated them into the Facebook group, made sure that they watched Team Elite TV and participate each week. And that stuff took time. But now, largely without me, they've created a massive business. And look at all the people who are on Team Elite TV right now that I'm not their coach. Doris, Lupita, Natividad, right? Look at what happened. I don't have to be their coach. I'll give you another example. I did all these same things with Rosette. I recruited Rosette, did Rosette's game plan, connected Rosette to the website once it was up. And these guys know the difference. These guys know the world before the website and the world after the website because they joined before the website.
Right.
They joined before the Facebook group, but we connected them to the Facebook group and integrated them. They're on Team Elite TV every week. And look what it does. Rosette is building a business now that largely doesn't have my involvement. It's in the Philippines. It's in Japan. It's even right here in my home city. It's in California. There are pearls. There's even a sapphire now in that business, right? So when people say they don't have time to do this stuff, that's why they didn't do it. Well, then this is one of the reasons why they fail. Well, I like what Martha said. It doesn't matter what you feel. You can't let your feelings determine what you do. If you want to be successful, you've got to get to the place where you do what you're supposed to do, even when you don't feel like it.
Sure.
Okay? So these non-negotiable basics, let's talk about them for a second. The first non-negotiable basic is personal recruiting. Okay? Personal recruiting. If you want to be successful, and when I say successful, I don't mean diamond. I mean whatever level of success you want. So if you want $2,000 a month and you want it to be consistent and you want it to be steady, you have to be personally recruiting new people all of the time.
Right.
Period. End of story. You have to be prospecting people, you have to be talking to people, and ultimately recruiting people into your business. When you go places, you need to talk to new people. Like I took a very, very, very insanely early flight back. I don't know why I keep doing this to myself. Oh, I know why I did yesterday, because I needed to get back from my kids' event. But I took a 6:30 a.m. flight back home from Florida yesterday. And that means I got to be in the airport by 5:30. So here we are at 5:30 in the airport. God bless Starbucks, they're open. So I'm at the Starbucks in the airport. There's already a line, right? Because all of us, we need some Java to get going, right?
Yep.
And sure enough, there's a lady in the line with her daughter, and there's a lady, you know, Starbucks has the little tension ropes. And there's a lady standing on the other side of the tension ropes having a conversation with her. They don't really know each other. And I hear these words as I enter the line. Oh, I've got just the product for you. And that lady ordered her coffee. She's got to go wait in the place where, you know, wait for them to serve you their coffee, right? And sure enough, that lady was over there. I don't know what company she was with, what product she represents, but I can tell you this. I know she's in network marketing. And I know she's on her game, whatever company, whoever group she's in and whatever company she's in, God bless them, because they've got somebody there who's on the game, right? She's in personal recruit mode. And you got to be in personal recruit mode. You got to be ready to talk about your stuff and keep adding new blood to your business, adding new bricks to the wall. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Now, when you get a new person that joins your business, you have to take the time to do their game plan. You've got to be, you know, people are looking for leadership. And when you do that game plan, that's when they get to know how professional you are or are not. So you sit down with them and you pull out the game plan sheet, right? It's all on our website. You don't have to make it up. You don't have to figure out what to do. It's there. Just follow that. Okay? And if you do the game plan with them, that helps make the business more real to them. It helps them to have a more professional approach to their business. It helps them to have a longer-term perspective and a more clear understanding of what they need to do. It's your opportunity to shoot straight with them. You know, when I did game plans with, let's say I recruited a few people on this call. When I did Jamie's game plan, when I did Kim's game plan, when I did Marsha's game plan, when I did Rosette's game plan, I said the same thing. When I did the welcome call with Lupita and Natividad, when I did the welcome call with Doris, I said the same thing. What did I say? This is going to be some of the most rewarding stuff you'll ever do, but it will also be one of the most difficult things you'll ever do. I said that you'll have your highest highs and your lowest lows. And we're going to have a great time celebrating, and you will be crying on my shoulder. Right? Because the game plan gives you the opportunity to galvanize a person against what's coming. You know, to let them know, to help them be realistic. That's why I have a greater percentage of people that I've personally enrolled that are still in the business than most people do. And I'm not saying that everybody that I enroll stays. I've got a lot of people who've quit. But I have a greater percentage that stay in the game because I don't feed them fluff. We do a real game plan, a real business model. And I let them know, I say, hey, look, how many of you guys have heard this before? If you're not willing to give me at least a year and a half, let's not do this.
Quit now.
Right.
Quit now. I need a year and a half, otherwise we're gonna waste each other's time. And I said, I'd rather you steal money from than waste my time.
Right. Agreed.
True.
To steal money from me, I might forgive you. Waste my time, I'm coming to your house.
I'm with you.
Right? All right. So you gotta do the game plan. The game plan is crucial, and it doesn't matter, especially if you are pressed for time. That is God, the universe, whatever his way of telling you need to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Take time to do the game plan and connect them. And it's amazing how much time you get back. Now, one of the most important non-negotiable basics is our Team Elite website, right? TeamEliteSuccess.com. That website has grown, it has evolved, and it is there to keep your people in and connected to the business.
Right.
It is there to be there when you're not there. It's there as a touchstone to make sure that your people do not get lost. When you're doing the game plan, if you use a combination of the website and the getting started sheet, believe it or not, that person doesn't need you anymore from that point forward.
Sure. Sure.
Because at least you've given them the tools to survive.
Right. They
They have a place where they can get answers. They have a place where they can get training. I mean, come on, seriously, guys, there's a page on TeamEliteSuccess.com called Training, under the Training tab, called Team Elite TV.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, help me here. If that was the only page a person went to on the website, what would they learn?
Everything they need to know.
Like what? Be specific. What would they learn?
How to do a J party.
How to do a J.
How to recruit. How to recruit. How to approach.
How to find the basics that they need. It's all there.
How to stay motivated.
Mm-hmm.
How to build a successful business.
Yeah.
How to use the sampling, the serum sampling program.
Mm-hmm.
How to close.
How to close, right? So all of that stuff is there. We've recorded a repository of videos. We really could stop at this point. Like seriously, we've recorded enough videos. We could stop now. We won't stop, but we could. We could start doing reruns. You know? But
No
with
reruns.
no reruns, right? But with what we've already done,
It's there.
person, all they need to do to be successful is just go watch Team Elite TV episodes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
If a person said, hey, you know what? I don't want to make any mistakes. I want to do it right from the beginning. So they said, I'm going to take a week or 2 weeks, and I'm just going to watch Team Elite TV episodes and take notes, and formulate my plan, and then go and do it. They would probably go diamond faster than all of us.
You got a point.
It's
true.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait a
Right.
minute, Doris. What happened, Doris? Did the lights come on?
No, I'm thinking like watch what we're gonna do this week. Everybody's on TV. 3 episodes a day.
Absolutely, right? Hey, you know what? I'm looking for the leaders that are going to start doing Saturday watch parties.
Actually,
You know?
that would be very, very effective. Yeah.
Right, Rosette? That would be very effective. You get a group
Yeah.
of people together. Like, and
Yep.
by the way, here's what you do, guys. Here's what you do.
Yeah.
As a leader, what you do first is you take a look at your group and you say, what do my babies need?
Mm-hmm.
You go find a team lead episode that corresponds to that.
Mm-hmm.
You get everybody together
Mm-hmm.
and maybe do it early on a Saturday. Hey, everybody, bring a little something. Somebody brings the coffee. Somebody brings the donuts or whatever. And you guys just watch that one episode. And everybody has their journals out and they watch that. And then afterwards, you guys talk about it and how you're going to implement it as a team. And then you go do it.
Team Elite University.
Absolutely. It's all I'm trying to say is that this is why this is foundational, because it's all right there, okay?
Yeah.
And then the next piece is our Facebook group. So we've got our Facebook group.
It's powerful.
And what you want to do is you got a new person join your team, you add them to the group. It is set up so that anyone who is a member of the group can add someone else as a member of the group. Now, the only rule is that we want to make sure that the only people you add are people that are in your downline, and you can confirm that they are in your group. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Don't add anybody else who's telling you that they want to be added. They contact you on Facebook, hey, add me to that. Don't do it. Okay? Because we want to keep this group, we want to maintain the integrity of the group. But when I enrolled Ty and Ermine, I went on Facebook. They didn't even have a Facebook account. I said, okay, you guys got to create a Facebook account. They're like, well, we don't do Facebook. I said, I'm not asking you to do Facebook. I'm asking you to set up a Facebook account for the sole purpose of being connected to this group.
Right.
You don't have to do any other Facebook stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You just get on and go right into the group. Just ignore the news feed. Create a Facebook page. Send me a friend request, because I can only add them if they're already my friend. And once that happened, I added them to the group. And I said, hey, everybody, let's welcome Ty and Ermine to the Team Elite family. And what happened next, guys?
Everyone welcomes the person.
Welcome them.
Right, like 20, 30, 40 people go, welcome to the family, welcome to the family, so glad you're here, you're in the right place.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how they felt about it? They felt amazing. They felt love.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And so just think of the impact that does. Hey, let me ask you guys a question. How much extra time, the average person who joins a network marketing company makes their first decision to quit within 3 days?
Yep.
3 days of signing up.
Yes.
Let me ask you a question. How much extra time do you think you buy yourself by connecting them to the Facebook group?
A lot of time.
At least 3 months. At least 3 months.
So this is really important. It's not some little silly thing that we do. This is really strategic, and it makes sense. Okay?
Right.
I shared the Jeunesse Global post. They posted the new product packaging. They displayed it and announced it in Singapore. And so I shared that post into our group. And I got to tell you right now, some of the people who've already, liked it and stuff, those are people who might have been on life support.
Mm.
But they check their Facebook, and they've got their notifications turned on, and we got to teach people how to do that. So we posted that, and they saw that, and I'm telling you right now, little things like that give them life.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So this is foundational. This is non-negotiable basics. You guys can see I thought this through. And then Team Elite TV.
Mm-hmm.
Team Elite TV is really the essence of network marketing. I'll tell you what I mean by that. Network marketing is about leverage.
That's right.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Network marketing is about leverage. It's about not working so hard. It's about working smart. And you guys got to think about it. You know who the winner is each week with regard to Team Elite TV? You know who the winner is?
We are.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I'll tell you why you guys are the winner. The winner is the person with the most people from their group watching live.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
And who watch the recording afterwards. That person is the winner. Because, let me ask you guys a question. Honestly, you guys see how I can be really blunt and direct, right? Can you guys just be honest? How many of you would be uncomfortable sometimes saying some of the things that I say very directly?
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But how many of those things need to be said?
They need to be said.
They need to
So
be heard.
number one, you get them on Team Elite TV, I say them for you. Right?
Yeah.
I train your team for you. I grab by the collar and get them for you, right? I mean, you leverage me, you leverage my experience, you leverage these leaders, whoever's watching, you leverage these leaders. They say great things each week. So you put this system to work for you. And it's amazing how many people do the right things in their business, not because they've got a sponsor or a coach that's telling them to do the right things, but because they saw it on Team Elite TV.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
We really have created an environment where with these leaders and myself, there's really no excuse for a person to fail.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason you fail if you're on this team is because you are a failure. You've got such deeply ingrained failure habits, and you've chosen to give in to them. You're a person who gives up when things get difficult. You haven't learned how to keep your eyes on the prize. You might be a person who has difficulty talking to people, and you have chosen to not work on that in this loving, encouraging environment that we've built. Or you might just be downright lazy.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
But in this environment, you cannot say that nobody supported you, that
Right.
nobody encouraged you, and that
Right.
nobody told you what to do and how much of it to do.
Right.
It's all here.
It's true.
And we,
Right.
2 or 3 weeks ago, we even did a training on how to stay motivated when you don't feel like doing it. We
Right.
covered all the bases.
Right.
Because here's what folks don't realize. Here's the way Team Elite TV works. You guys back me up on this. Each week, I ask these leaders, what do the babies need?
It's true.
What should Team Elite TV be about this week?
Yep.
Guys, are there Team Elite TV episodes that are out there because you said that's what we needed to train on based on what you were seeing in the business?
Yes, for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah. You can thank Jamie for how to stay motivated. You can thank Marcia for back to basics. I'm just trying to tell you guys, right? So I'm just trying to share with you guys, that's why these are the non-negotiable basics, because if you do these things, everything else starts to fall into place, okay?
Mm-hmm.
The foundation is really the most important. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but when they were first in the early process of the Egyptians figuring out how to build pyramids, some of them didn't go right. So the Madam pyramid actually fell apart. It collapsed. It fell in on itself. You want to know why?
Foundation.
The
Because
foundation was too narrow.
Strong.
They tried to build really tall on a small foundation,
Mm-hmm.
and it couldn't support the building. Same thing, there's one pyramid out there called the Bent Pyramid. It's still up there, and it's only up there because they changed the plan in the middle to not go as high as they were going to go, because they got to a certain point, and the foundation wasn't strong enough, so it started to fall, the top started to fall in.
Mm-hmm.
So they realized they couldn't go as high as they wanted to go, so they just stopped it right there. So it's this weird-looking pyramid that kind of goes like this. And so they call it the Bent Pyramid. But what those two pyramids did is they taught the Egyptians that the foundation is the most important piece. And this foundation, these non-negotiable basics, this foundation, this is the most important piece. For every 100 people that have joined our businesses and that have failed and quit, 95% of it is this stuff right here. They stopped recruiting. When they did recruit people, they didn't do game plans. They didn't hook people up to the website. They didn't go to the website themselves. They didn't use it. They might be in the Facebook group, but not participating. They're not adding people to the Facebook group, or maybe they're not in the Facebook group at all. They don't watch Team Elite TV. And here's what they fail to realize. Every level drives the one above it. when we stop doing any one thing, it breaks the chain of results.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You stop doing any one thing, it breaks. This is a business. This is not a game. Okay?
Right. Right.
Now, commitment to basic foundation activities leads to the next level. What's the next level? Strong community, team involvement, and engagement. Oh, this is good, right?
Strong community.
I really thought about what came next. Like when you do those basic things, what does that create? What does that do for a person? It brings them into the community. It gets them involved. It gets them engaged. It leads to team members that are tied into a community of like-minded people. It puts us in a place where we can encourage each other. There are some people who've been on our team. We've been at this now for 6 months. There's some people on the team now who still aren't even executives. And it's taken, everybody has their own learning curve. It takes some people longer than others. But they're still excited. They're still happy. They're still encouraged. Why? Because they're in our Facebook group every day. They're on Team Elite TV every week. They don't miss episodes. Because what do you see? If you're in our Facebook group, what do you see?
People succeeding.
Encouragement, positivity,
Recognition.
Come back, Doris.
Yes. People
What do
succeeding.
They see people succeeding.
Yep.
They get on Team Elite TV. What do we do every week at the beginning, pretty much?
Recognize.
Everybody that succeeds.
We see people succeeding. If they go on the website, they go to the Wall of Fame, what do they see?
People succeeding.
People succeeding, right? As a matter of fact, you know what? We need to put a more prominent link to the Wall of Fame on our front door. Remind me to do that, guys, right? But what that does is that in and of itself is encouraging. When you go to that Wall of Fame and you see people of all different races and genders and ages, when you're in the group and you see, hey, let's welcome this person, let's welcome this person, let's welcome this person every single day. And they see the leaders doing it. Rosette recruited like 2-3 people in the last couple of days.
Right.
Go Rosette. Leading by example.
Yes.
They'll call you Yonsei for nothing. Right? But when they're in that group, they are encouraged. And that's what people need to see.
Right.
And they become part of it. And if you teach them to be involved, oh my God, great things happen. So just remember this, you can't do this alone.
Sure.
Yep. Right.
Isolation is a killer. The people who think it's silly, who are too busy for Team Elite TV, who think the Facebook thing is silly, they never like stuff, they don't comment, they also don't make it.
Right.
We don't have any jades, pearls, sapphires that are their business is rocking and they do not like, comment, or post.
Right.
Every one of our jades, pearls, and sapphires and above whose business has life in it and growth in it, they like, they comment, they post, and they're on Team Elite TV. Every last one.
Yep.
So it's important to be engaged. It's important to participate in the conversation and in the events. Okay? So, but you can't jump to that. The way you get engaged people is you got to do the basics. Does that make sense, everybody?
Yes.
Yes.
Based on your experience, is this true so far?
Very true.
Okay. And I want to say again, each level drives the one above it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have people who are tied in and engaged if you don't do the basics. When we stop doing any one thing, it breaks the chain of results.
Right.
Now, being a part of the community and being engaged, it leads to the next thing. What's the next thing? Events.
Events.
It leads to a culture in your business of relentless event promotion and high event participation. So if you do the basics, you get the community, the involvement, the engagement. You get the involvement and the engagement, those people will go to events. Those people will promote events. And events are important because that's where everybody makes their own big decision to go all the way and to not quit. See, when Marsha and Onawa got started, they did not make a decision to go all the way and to not quit. They made a decision to give it a shot. They made a decision to give it a shot. Then we did the game plan, and then that decision took on more quality. They made a decision to give it a shot for 18 months.
Mm-hmm.
But when they went to Vegas, it
was over.
That is when they made a decision, a big decision, to go all the way and not quit.
It's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Events are everything. Rosette, same thing. And I would say that her decision is bigger than Marsha and Onawa's only because she had to travel further.
Right.
Because whoever has to go the furthest is going to make the biggest decision. That's why, as we're promoting for Orlando, it's not too far for people in the Philippines and in Nigeria and in Guam to come to Orlando. It's not too far. It's far, and it is expensive, but it is not too far. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because whoever travels the furthest is going to make the biggest decision because they had to make the biggest sacrifice.
Right.
Events are where everybody sees it just a little bit bigger than they saw before.
True.
Every time you go to an event, every time I go to an event, I see it bigger. Events are where everybody comes to truly appreciate the products. Okay, so let's prove this. I think, let's see, who was in LA? Marsha was in LA. Rosette was in LA. Was anybody? Oh, Lupita Natividad. You guys were in LA, right? You're on mute, Lupita. I can't hear you. Right, John? Can't hear you. All right. Anyway, so good. Now you're unmuted. Question, guys. Did seeing Dr. Nathan Newman 27-minute talk about Luminous do anything for you?
Oh, yes. It sure did. It
Yep.
sure did.
Absolutely.
Talk about it all the time.
Yeah. That's what I share basically. When I share Luminous, I talk about how I heard it from, so to speak, the horse's mouth. You know, when he's shown the studies, how he came out with, how he created the products and came out with results that I've never seen before. That's what I share with people, and it's impactful for me.
Yeah.
So Rosette, it did something for you to see his slideshow with the burn victims and all that stuff?
Absolutely. I took pictures of it, so I show it to people that I shared with anyways. So it made it a whole lot of difference.
There you go. And that's my point, guys. That's the whole point. The whole point is when people go to the events, that's when they appreciate the products even more. Even more. And you need that in your business. Okay? So if you want to have a massive business, I need everybody to hear me clearly. You have to attend and promote events. even more plainly, if you do not attend events, you will not succeed. End of story.
Yep. Yep.
Like, you try that at your job. Every day you go to your job is an event. Try not going.
You won't get paid.
You're not going to succeed, right? I mean, that's just really it. It's just simple. And what do you need to remember? That each level drives the one above it.
Mm-hmm.
When
Right.
you stop doing any one thing, it breaks the chain of results. So if
Right.
you get this far, and this is where you draw the line, and you start saying stupid stuff like, I'll start going to events when I start making money,
No.
this is what it stops for you. Get off
That
the
way.
train. You can't go to the next stop because you got to get off the train here.
Mhm.
Because you'll start making money when you start going to events because of what it's going to do for you, and it's going to give you access to the next level. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
And for those of, for anybody who can't get people to come to events, what should their self-analysis be right now?
Are
They
they
should
themselves
work hard to
going
make
to
money.
events?
Number one, are they themselves going to events?
Mhm.
What if they are? What if they are a person who they do have a good event philosophy? They go to events and they promote events, but they can't get anybody on their team to go. What should they be looking at right now?
Adding new people to their business.
Look at this. Look at the screen.
Oh.
If they're going to evaluate their business and see where the problem is, what should they be looking at?
Their promotion.
They need to look at, are they doing the two things that come before that?
Oh, okay.
Right? So how are they doing with the non-negotiable basics? When they recruit people, first of all, they need to ask themselves, when was the last time I sponsored somebody? Am I talking to people about this all the time? When people join me, am I doing a quality game plan?
Okay.
Am I connecting every new person who joins my team to the website? Am I connecting every new person who joins my team to the Facebook group and giving them a welcome? Am I getting everybody who joins my team to watch Team Elite TV each week? Am I creating in my own business team involvement and engagement? Am I encouraging people to like, comment, and post? Because if they're doing those two things, then what does it lead to?
Success and people engaging and wanting to attend events.
People going to the event. It's really hard to not go to the events if you are doing those first two things.
Right.
Because if you're doing those first two things and you're seeing the pictures posted of events in the Facebook group, you want to go.
Yeah.
Is this making sense, guys?
Yes.
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 It is.
It's not rocket science. It's just one thing leads to the other.
That's right.
Yep.
Okay? All right, well, let's keep it going then, because guess what? When you and your team attend events, you now get access to the next level. You want to know what the next level is? High product value and consistent use.
Right.
So you did all the things that lead up to this. You got your team to go to the event, and now they're excited about the product, and they use the products all the time. Question, Rosette.
Yes, sir.
You got so excited about hearing Dr. Newman, you took screenshots, you use it everybody, you show everybody. How often do you use the Luminous products?
Twice a day. Every day.
Every day. There's one person in my group, I never, ever, ever get an email from Jeunesse that says, Rosette's auto ship didn't go through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Marsha, how often do you use the Jeunesse products?
Every day.
Every day. I never, ever, ever get an email from Jeunesse saying Marsha's auto ship didn't go through. Because she can't use the products every day if she runs out.
Right.
Right.
You guys see where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's powerful.
I'm talking with Kimberly the other day, right? And we have all sorts of stuff we got to solve for Jamaica. But I'm talking with Kimberly about how we can go to the next level and get Jamaica open. And I'm like, we need to have one of each of all the products. We need the boxes so that we can start this process. What does Kimberly say? I've got them all. Because she went to those events in Miami.
Right.
So what happens is when people go to events, they appreciate the products because somebody at those events is going to talk about all or some of the products and create value in a way that you simply cannot. They are going to see lots of people excited about those products. And now it's not just you two crazies, it's everybody excited about this, and they're like, okay, this makes sense. There's a market for this. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Sure.
So what I want to say about this to those who have not yet been to an event, Team Elite TV episode 25 is your event. I want to let you know that be a product of the product. This is real.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot fake this. You can't. You gotta really do it. To have any level of real success, you have to use the products yourself consistently.
All right.
I need some help here. Just in case people aren't getting it from my voice. Jamie, read that for me again.
To have any, you mean to have any level from there?
Yes. Yes.
To have any level of real success, you have to use the products yourself consistently.
Besides, your accent makes it sound so wonderful.
Yes.
Right? So that's real talk, folks. If you listen, I don't know any other way to say this, but if you do not use the products,
No one
no
else.
one is going to. You don't. Your business is done. Quit. And you don't. Somebody's gonna say, "Well, I'm allergic to this or that." Every once in a while, you're gonna have that person who has super sensitive skin that if air touches them, they break out. Okay? That's okay. You know, that's all right. Don't use that. We've got 6 different product lines. You cannot. There's no way you're allergic to everything. Dora said, "Take reserve, and you won't be allergic to the other stuff."
Exactly. Hello.
True.
Hey, you know what? That might be true. You know what? That would be a good experiment. Use the reserve twice a day religiously for 2 or 3 months, and then go back and try to use the product and see if your allergy is cured.
Sure.
And by the way, let me take back the word cured. I don't mean cured. Or if your body got what it needed so that it can handle you using that stuff. I got to be very careful with product claims and stuff. I am not making a product claim. Okay. All right. But you know what? There's more. A strong product of the product culture in your business, it leads to the next step. Each step unlocks the step after it. Now, look at this, guys. Look how it's building, right? This looks nice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I got a question for you. Are there any of those things that you could do without?
No.
No. No.
If you had to give one, could you pick?
No.
Well, then I need to say this. Each level drives the one above it. Each level gives you access to the one above it. You can't even think about having high product value in your business if you don't recruit people, if you don't do game plans, if you don't connect people to the website, if you're not in that Facebook group and you're not watching Team Elite TV, forget it. You can't even get to people using the product in your business.
Sure.
Right.
because you can't create community. And if you're a person, you're kind of standoffish or whatever into yourself, then you're going to have to work on that and develop that so that you can be involved and engaged. Because if you don't do it, you won't be able to get anybody to events.
Right.
And if you won't go to the events and you won't promote the events, then people aren't going to use the products in your business.
Right.
When we stop doing any one thing, it breaks the chain of results.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's see what you get. When you do the product, you have a good product philosophy, that unlocks the next level. Let me show you what the next level is. Let me show you what you get for doing these things. You want to know what you get?
Mm-hmm.
You get high retention and a high auto ship rate.
Right.
Yes.
That's what you get. And that's what you want. You want people to not just get in, but you want them to stay in. And you want them to buy something every month. And you want them to buy it for the right reasons. Companies get shut down for shoving product down people's throats. We don't. That's not who we are. We want people to use the products, buy it for the right reasons. Let me ask you a question. After seeing Dr. Nathan Newman 27 minutes talk about this product, Lupita, Natividad, they were sitting there right next to me. Marcia, Rosette, sitting there right next to me. Do you think they use the product each month because I'm making them?
No.
No.
Do you know why their auto ship never misses?
I use it every day.
Because
The serum.
if you don't order it, you don't have any.
Right.
And because you know what it does and you believe in what it does, you want it every month.
Yeah. Yep.
That is the holy grail. You will have a second category of people in your business who do their auto ship only because they don't want their volume to flush.
Mm-hmm.
That only lasts but for so long.
Right.
I think people will do that for like 3 or 4 months maybe.
That's right. Yeah.
But if you get them to an event so that they start to believe in the product, they will go ahead and let their auto ship go.
Right.
Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you?
Yes.
If you want that business where you have like millions of dollars of auto ship happening each month, you got to do these first few things.
Yeah.
So you can have them. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now let me tell you how important retention is. Retention is what allows you to build on your results.
Mm-hmm.
Retention is what allows you to keep getting bigger. Retention is what allows you to keep your check to keep getting bigger, your group to keep getting bigger. So you got to have retention. You really want that. Repeat purchases on auto ship. They create consistency, stability, and predictability in your business.
That's right.
That's what you want. You can't have that unless you do the other things. For everybody who's watching this episode, either live or recorded, what you need to be doing as we go is checking yourself as to whether or not you're doing these things. And if you're not, if you've been asleep, if you've been slacking, it's okay. What are you going to do about it right now? And for anybody out there, I just want to say this. Auto ship is a choice.
That's right.
So is success.
Yes.
And they are directly correlated. In any business, if you own a McDonald's, you can choose not to do the auto ship, but you're going to be a failure in McDonald's. Is that making sense, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right. So just remember that if you want what comes next, you have to remember that each level drives the one above it. Each level creates access to the one above it. And when we stop doing any one thing, it breaks the chain of results. But if you do these things, high retention and auto ship rate, guess what you get next? You get high recruiting activity and high recruiting results.
Mm-hmm.
Because these are passionate people. These are people who are using the product. These are people who've been to the business. These are people with a high level of belief. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
These are people who were brought in the right way with the basics and who bring their people in the right way with the basics. These are people who are wrapped up in the community. So when they are, number one, they can't help themselves but to share this message with other people. And because they're so excited and so passionate, people latch on to that.
Right.
Carl Newsom in Barbados just enrolled 2 people in 2 days. Wow. Right?
Awesome.
Check this out. His sponsor, Jamie, was out of the country.
Yeah.
She didn't help him with the J parties. She didn't help him with the display. But because Jamie is taking off the basics, he can't help himself.
Right.
You know, I had one of the people that I personally sponsored that, you know, they've been really quiet. They haven't been doing anything. I go in the Facebook group and they've posted they're doing this and they're doing that and everybody's congratulating them. And I'm just sitting back. I'm like, proud papa. I'm like, I'm so glad that I can check off everything in the black box. I recruited them. I did their game plan. I introduced them to the website. See, let me tell you guys something. When you connect people to the website and they know where to find the previous episodes of Team Elite TV, if they are embarrassed or shy to call you because they've decided to do a J party but they've been inactive for a long time, they don't have to call you.
Right. There.
They don't have to face that fear. They don't have to deal with that shame. Not that it's real, but it's in their mind, right? They can just say, hey, you know what? I'm just going to go watch this episode, take good notes, I'm going to go do it, and then I'm going to talk about it because now I'm doing something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If we didn't have all this stuff, they would just be lost. So recruiting activity is J parties. It's sending out videos from J Mobile or whatever, business meetings, one-on-ones, trade shows, whatever. Recruiting activity. And the levels before recruiting activity, they create a level of belief and conviction that is magnetic. It draws people into your organization. Like I look at Doris and how many people she's enrolling, and Raquel Gerardo and how many people she's enrolling. Why does that keep happening? Because these guys are so fired up because of all the other levels that people can sense their sincerity. And they want what they have. This is how the business works. For anybody who's been trying to figure it out, you've been struggling, this is the formula. This is how you do it. This is it. I mean, I can tell you go out there and talk to 20 people a day and all that kind of stuff. I mean, yeah, that's part of it. But this is the stuff. And so I just want to let you know that if you're not recruiting, your team's not going to recruit either.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
But if you're not recruiting, it's probably because you're not tied in, you don't go to events, you're not a product of the product, you don't have retention and auto ship in you see what I'm saying? It all just ties in. Because each level drives the one before it, each level creates access to the next level, and when we stop doing any one thing, what does it do?
Access.
It breaks. Breaks.
For those of us who can read, it breaks the chain of results.
Right.
All right, next. If you do have high recruiting activity and results in your business, at least to the next level, guess what the next level is? Consistent monthly growth.
Yeah.
You do all these things, your business grows each month. Okay? Your goal, you need to set a goal. That's what you need to be thinking about, by the way. Growing your business at least 10 to 15% each month. A lot of times, one of the big mistakes people make is they want to grow their business too much.
Right.
Double it. I want to grow by 300%. Well, that's fine. It's going to happen sometimes. But what happens is you set yourself up for failure and disappointment and negativity. 10 to 15%, if you grew your business by 10 to 15% each month, you'd go diamond in 3 to 5 years.
Wow.
What does that look like? It means if your business did 5,000 CV last month, 10% of 5,000 is 500. So you shoot for 5,500 or more this month. If your business does 5,500 this month and it did 5,000 last month, celebrate.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So, and by the way, you got to be focused on growth, because CEO of IBM, CEO of Apple, CEO of anything, guess how they measure the performance of the CEO and whether he or she gets to stay or get fired?
By growth.
Did they grow the business?
Mm-hmm.
How should you measure yourself? Did I grow the business? Now, remember this. Each level drives the one above it.
By growing at 10% every month.
Exactly. Each level drives the one above it. It creates access to the next level. When we stop doing any one thing,
No.
if we stop doing any one thing, what happens?
Breaks the chain.
It breaks the chain of results.
Mm-hmm.
So what comes next? What happens when you have consistent monthly growth? Can I tell you what happens next? What you get next? Your leaders start to advance rank.
Right.
You start to have people becoming executives in your business. You start to have people becoming jades in your business. You start to have people going pearl in your business.
Mm-hmm.
You start to have people going sapphire in your business. See, when you do these things and you teach them, it becomes a culture in your business. And then your organization begins to push up from the bottom. And now you start to have leaders emerging and advancing the ranks. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So you've seen that happen in every one of your businesses. You started to break, every one of you on the line here, you got people becoming executives, jades, pearls, and what does that do? It pushes you up. Each level drives the one above it. Stop doing any one thing, it breaks a chain of results. You do these things, you advance rank. And the best way to advance rank is you help your people advance rank. It's like a tube of toothpaste. You squeeze it from the bottom, and when stuff comes out the top. Right?
Right.
So when your business has new leaders advancing rank, it leads to you advancing rank. Top of the pyramid. Right. That's it.
Woo-hoo. Yeah.
That's how you get to the top of the pyramid. Everybody says they want to go faster. You can control the speed. How do you control the speed? All you have to do is create a stronger commitment to each level of the success pyramid. You are going to advance rank faster when you recruit more people, when you do more game plans, when you put more people on the website. By the way, you guys wonder why when I welcome people, 90% of the time I say there's a special welcome message for you here, www.teamelitesuccess.com. Why do I do that? Because I know that that's how I advance. That's how I'm going to go diamond faster.
Right.
Why do I still comment and like and welcome people? Why don't I miss Team Elite TV? Because I know if I do more of the things at the bottom, the top gets more exciting. The good news is it works this way for absolutely each and every one of us. Right. So the stronger your fundamentals are, the faster the rank advancement and income growth in your business. But we're not done. We're not done. There's more. I just took a look at the bottom of the screen, and I'm looking at Lupita. And see, Lupita, you couldn't be paying closer attention if you wanted to. You are almost climbing through the screen. I love it. You're muted. You're muted. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, Lupita. You know how to do it? Oh, she doesn't know how to do it. Okay, no problem. Tech support walked away.
T.Gray, I'm excited because my friend is hearing you right now. She's hearing this training, and she's ready to sign up.
Yay!
Hey, come on, get on the camera. Hey, friend, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
She wants to see you, T.Gray. There he is.
There we go. Here I am.
She said, where is he? I said, he'll come out in a minute.
I'm here. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Awesome. This is a great way, right? Isn't this cool? Like, we don't just do a boring conference call. We do, a TV show, right? And so that's how we teach everybody how to do the business. Isn't that pretty cool?
It is.
Awesome. Okay, well, hang out because we're almost done here, but we got a couple more things we got to say, and this is really important, okay? So check this out, guys. So we went through the whole pyramid. You do the basics, the personal recruiting, game plan, website, hooking people up to the Facebook group, make sure they watch Team Elite TV. That now gets you the next level, which is what? Strong community, people who are involved, people who are engaged. What does that get you? People who are excited about events and go to events, right? What does that get you? People who are excited about the products and who use them all the time. What does that get you? People who are going to stay in your business and do their auto ship every month, buying product every month. What does that get you? High recruiting activity and results because those people are fired up and excited and they believe. What does that get you? Your business is growing every month because you got more people joining and more people recruiting more people. And what does that get you? Your leaders start to move up the ranks. And what does that get you? You advance rank. Because, by the way, you can't go diamond unless you can make sapphire. You can't go ruby or emerald unless you can make sapphires.
Right.
This is how you make sapphires.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense, guys?
Yep.
So, but there's more. I wish I could say that this was it. But remember when you guys started doing your answers, and I said some of your answers were philosophical?
Mm-hmm.
Remember that? I see Rosette nodding. Now you get it, Rosette. Now you know where I was coming from, right? Because everybody gave these answers, and their answers were right, but there's a difference between philosophical and practical.
Right.
What I went over today are the practical things.
Mm-hmm.
I went over the do this, do that's of the business.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? But what I want you to understand is that the philosophical drives the practical.
Mm-hmm.
True.
So what supports the entire pyramid? If the black bar is the foundation, then this is the ground. Because the pyramid sits on the ground, on the earth, right?
Wow.
And these are the things that you guys put on there as answers. Now, these things alone won't get you a pyramid. Because right next to the pyramid, there's ground there too, right? But there's no pyramid on it. But these things, you can't have a pyramid without this. A person has to be focused on their why. They have to make the commitment. They have to be willing to put in the work. They have to constantly be developing themselves with personal growth and development material. They have to be plugged into a mentor. They've got to be humble enough to be plugged in with a mentor. They have to learn, do, follow, and teach the system. Rosette, that was one of yours.
Mm-hmm.
They have to stay positive. and get the negativity out of their life. And they have to be consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Does that make sense, John?
Negative.
Out of what?
If I'm going too fast for you, I'm trying to wrap up the training. Watch it again. You can get the notes. If you know how to do a screenshot, this is your last chance to do a screenshot of the screen. But those are the things that support the pyramid. And so as we start to wrap up, I want to encourage everybody that magnificence takes time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great Pyramid of Gaza is what you're looking at. It took 5,000 to 10,000 workers. It took 20 years. They had to use their strength. They used giant sleds to move the rocks around and ropes to pull them up. Those were the tools that they had. Using those tools, it took them 20 years. What if they decided, let's do this again today, using all the cool stuff we've got today? Stone-carrying vehicles, cranes, helicopters. It would still take 1,500 to 2,000 people, and it would still take about 5 years and about $5 billion to make that very same pyramid you're looking at. So T.Gray, what's your point? My point is, if you want to build a monument in your business, whether it's a $2,000 a month monument or a $200,000 a month monument or a monument of some size in between, you need to commit to, 1, building a large group. 2, 3 to 5 years of effort. And 3, investing in your business. Make sense?
Yep.
Yep.
So it all sounds good, but guess what? Still got to do it.
Yep.
It's all not. I'm going to get so many compliments on this training. Oh, you T.Gray did an awesome job, and I want my compliments, so make sure you guys bring them. But hey, I am just like anybody else. I'm just like any other achiever. I'm just like any of you guys. You know why we do so much recognition in network marketing? Because people like recognition. You know, people who work so hard at their jobs and nobody ever says thank you, whatever. What they call that, a thankless job, right? That's why we do it in network marketing. Every level you go to, we recognize you, put your name up on lights, get you to come across the stage, we celebrate you. When you get to a certain level, they start doing dinners and trips and events. Why do they do that? They paid you already. Like, you guys saw the pictures for the Diamond event? Those guys all make $1 million plus on average.
Yes.
Why do they need the company to take them out to dinner or take them to Tahiti or whatever?
Because of the recognition, they're gonna work harder.
Absolutely. So we need to make sure that we recognize each other. But here's the key thing, though. This all sounds great, and it's the right stuff, but people still have to do it. So for every person watching this training right now live, or you're watching the recording, I have questions for you. I am gonna pin your tail to the wall, and I'm gonna ask you, okay, will you apply this information? Will you really do it? Will you really do it? I want you to see my face. Hold on. Will you really do it? Will you? Will you do it? Or are you just going to take the notes, you're going to smile, whatever? I can tell you right now, the people who fail, they don't do it. It's one thing to take the notes and to hear it, but it's a whole other thing to actually do it. Will you do it? How quickly will you do it?
Right.
The person who's going to win the most is the person who can take this information and apply it the fastest. If I stepped on your toes, if we identify places where you are lacking, the person who can fix those things the fastest, the person who can change direction the fastest, the person who can make adjustments the fastest is going to make the most money. So how quickly will you fix this?
ASAP.
And apply this stuff? And to what degree?
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you a question. Are you going to swallow it whole? Or are you going to pick it apart? Are you sitting there saying, all right, T.Gray, sounds good, sounds nice, I'm going to do that stuff, but I'm not going to do the Facebook piece. I don't like Facebook. I don't like that Facebook thing. Or are you saying, sounds good, sounds nice, but I'm not going to all of those events. I'll go some of them, but I'm not going to all them events. You know? Or are you saying, sounds good, sounds nice, but look at what you did tonight. You went an hour and a half on Team Elite TV. I don't have that kind of time, so I'm just going to kind of watch it whenever. I can't tell you I'm going to watch it every week. I'm just going to tell you right now, if you are doing that with any aspect of this training, congratulations on your failure. Save yourself the time and the energy. Just quit. Go away. Just do me a favor. When you leave, don't tell anybody I tried that thing, it didn't work. Please make sure you tell people the truth and let them know that you were simply not willing to do what was necessary in order to win.
Right.
Please make sure you tell them the whole truth and say, hey, listen, I was in a winning vehicle because Jeunesse is rocking as a company.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Products are excellent. And a comp plan where people are making ungodly sums of money. Mm-hmm. And I was on a team with people who created an incredible, positive, and loving environment with lots of encouragement. Underneath a mentor who has been successful in the past and who broke down in painstaking detail everything I needed to do in order to be successful.
Yep.
And just in case I was a slow learner, he did it every single Sunday night. But I was not willing to do the stuff or take advantage of the stuff, and that's why I failed. Please make sure you tell people the whole truth, because if I catch you out there, if I get wind of you telling anybody I tried that Jeunesse thing and it didn't work and nobody helped me,
I'm going to call you out.
I'm coming to your house.
Hi, T.
Yeah.
Get a
I'm coming
flight.
to your house. I'm coming to get you and your family. Stop teasing. Teasing. Joke. But somewhat serious at the same time. So I want to challenge you on how fast you're going to apply. We talked about events. 80-20-365 is a very, very important event in helping you to succeed.
September the 25th through the 27th.
September 25th in Dallas, Texas. Dallas is an easy city to get to from any place in the world. That's why we chose Dallas. If you're in the United States, anywhere in the United States, Dallas is in the middle.
Yeah.
Anywhere in the world, international flights fly into Dallas. You can fly directly, nonstop, or connect. Doesn't matter. It's a major hub. You can get to Dallas. I'll tell you why we chose these dates. Because September 25 is 5 weeks before, 5 to 6 weeks before the Jeunesse Convention of the Americas. So you don't have to say, I'm going to do one, not the other, because you have enough time to financially recover to attend both.
Mm-hmm.
80-20-365 is not going to do for you what Orlando's going to do, and Orlando is definitely not going to do for you what 80-20-365 is going to do.
Two different events.
Right.
Two different events. They're going to do two different big things for you, but you need them both. So I want to challenge everybody who's been kind of doodling around. You need to be there. We've been letting you know. We gave you plenty of advance notice. We can go back through Team Elite TV now, 2 weeks. We started talking about Dallas 2 weeks ago. So I want to challenge you guys to make sure that you're there and make sure that you're there in Orlando. So that's it, guys. I broke it down today. It's your turn as we wrap up. I think it's very important that people hear from you guys. So I'm going to shut up and give you guys the floor to to round out this training.
So this is Marcia. So I'm sitting here and I'm listening, and in my mind, so when I was in my master's program doing my nursing degree, there was something called a root cause analysis, where you go and you kind of look at what's happening. If there's a problem, you identify what's happening and you kind of figure out what's going on to be able to come to a better end. And so going through this training to me is like, I'm sitting here and I actually had chills because I've never really experienced, you know, where something is broken down to this level, where people can easily identify what it is they need to do at each step. And then you check yourself to figure out why you're not having success in your business. Tara started out the training by saying you have to do a self-evaluation, you have to have an open mind, an open heart, and you have to be willing to commit. And truly for me, this is kind of like brought me back on center. You know, I might think I'm doing all the things that I need to do, but then you got to go back and check yourself. Like, what am I missing? Why am I not moving the way I want to? Why is my group not moving the way they want to? And really, this training to me is, I mean, Team Elite TV is like every week is formidable, but number 25, this is on point. I am going to watch this training over and over again, and I'm going to send it to everybody in my group, even if they were on the training, to make sure that they watch it. Because this is something that you cannot, I'm sorry I'm taking so much time, you cannot miss. This is it. And if you don't get this, then like Terrence is saying, you might as well check out already. Because this is what you got to do. Thank you very much, Terrence. I really appreciate this.
Awesome. And no apologies necessary for the amount of time, because you know what? What you said is what people need to hear. Marsha, you're a sapphire. And I mean, your business, half the wall of fame is in your group. But yet you're saying how important this training is. I think people need to hear that from you. So good stuff. Who's next?
See, this was it. I could not hold my excitement. I already posted on Team Elite TV. As you're going through, you know, wrapping up what you just taught and, you know, showed us, reality check. I mean, a lot of people think they know it all, and I'd be guilty. I'd be admitting to that. And I think the way you broke it down piece by piece, how the one on the bottom would actually support the one on the very top, you really nailed it. It's really on point, and I'm so glad I'm on this Elite TV today. I'm very, very grateful. Thank you so much for everything you do. And I'm so honored to be working side by side with you folks. Thank you so much.
So, you know what, Rosette? That is powerful. And you know what? I'm honored to be working with you guys too. And you just made me think about this. You know, I have spent, and maybe some of you guys have done this too, I have spent literally thousands of dollars to attend seminars where it was a 3-day or even a 5-day event and didn't even learn this. So the training, the information that we're providing to our team is literally worth thousands of dollars. We're not asking you to spend that. We're not asking you to get on planes. Every Sunday, just like Rosette said, we're giving people the stuff that they need. And Rosette, is crazy because, you know, you've been in the industry a long time, and so have I, and yet we're still having these revelations and still learning things that help us to see how everything is connected. So I really hope people appreciated your comments, Rosette. Thank you very much. Who's next?
Well, me, Jamie here. Thank you for not deciding to sleep on the plane, first of all. This was an amazing training. I don't know, you know, what came to you, but this is some serious training, you know, and I have it all written down here, and I have the whole pyramid drawn out here on my book. And as Marsha said, I've never seen it laid out like this, and it makes so much sense. I can totally appreciate that if there is any weakness, you know, in this structure, you know, I can totally see how it can break the chain, you know, as we were referring to it. And you know what, I've already texted my team, shout out to Carl, new enrollee, Donna, Viola, Kim, all my team, they're on, and I've already texted them and said, listen, we're meeting tomorrow. We're excited about this. So Barbados has some big things coming. I hope you guys are ready.
Awesome, Jamie. You know what? That's good stuff. I'm excited about that. And what I love about you, and a couple of other people said it, you're already getting into action, you know, and that's why you went Pearl so fast. I mean, I remember it was funny because you skipped Jade. Like, I don't think you ever went Jade. Well, you had to go Jade, but it was like you went Jade and Pearl in the same day, you know, and that's because you're a woman of action. So great stuff, and I'm glad I didn't sleep on the plane either, I think. All right, who's next?
Hey y'all, it's Kathy and Lupita. Pearl.
And a whole bunch of other beautiful people too.
Our team
is here.
Our team is here.
Leroy. Leroy's here.
Hey, we gotta see everybody. Let everybody come on real quick and just say hi. Come on.
Anais. Teresa.
They're gonna get on the ball and jump to diamond.
So I just wanted to say that this training was incredible. It really is the formula to success. The formula of success. It is what you need to achieve the next rank. And I just love how forward and blunt we were about this, because it really takes a lot to do it when you just need that motivation, and your why's got to be strong, and you got to remind yourself every day why you're doing what you're doing. And I love this training because I was thinking about my why while I was looking at the pyramid building, because we're getting closer and closer to achieving what we want to achieve with Jeunesse. So I saw it in that way too. So it was awesome.
Hey, Nati, you know what? I really appreciate that, because you definitely have the good stuff, you and Lupita, and I just want to encourage you and just let you know that I've been committed to this type of training and investment in my team members and my leaders ever since the first time I went diamond. And I actually have people in this industry who are rocking it in other companies, but who will tell you that it was because of trainings like this that we did together. And so I just want to let you know that with the information you've got tonight, you and your mom can build an empire. You can build an absolutely solid business, and I know that you guys can do it. You guys have the tools.
And we love you, T.Gray.
And I'm so glad to be a part of an incredible team like Team Elite. Gina was like, she was like, wow, this is awesome. I've never seen something like this where you have trainings. I mean, you're not left alone. And I'm like, exactly. Like, we have an amazing team, and I'm so honored to be a part of Team Elite and to get to, you know, to have you guys as my family, my Jeunesse family.
Oh man, so wonderful, so wonderful. We love you guys. All right, awesome. All right, come on, Doris, you're holding up the crew. We're waiting on you, girl.
Well, first of all, this pyramid is really, I love the fact that you use the pyramid, because you know, those of us in South Texas, we know that down here there's such a bad stigma to the pyramid. And I always like to say, really, well, your job is a pyramid. You know, so I kind of always shifted, but I've never actually had a leader take the pyramid and flip it around in such a powerful way, where now anybody that thinks of a pyramid, when I show this, because I'm about to print the heck out of this and pass it out. This is what a pyramid looks like in network marketing in 14. You know, we are in the people business. So for me, like I said when I posted, when the storm hits, if that pyramid that we have, that foundation and that ground is not strong, you're going to fall. You know, I personally have had the last 48 hours have been rough. No sleep, just tremendous things happening in my life. But my business keeps going. And it is a blessing to be a part of this team. Don't make us cry, Doris! This is life-changing, guys, because this is life. You know, I've always considered myself someone that helps build and create leaders. And it's powerful because we all have life every day. And you guys know I'm a single parent. And it's just, I'm on my own. But making the decision to be part of Team Elite in Jeunesse, Marsha knows this, you guys know this, has been the most powerful career decision I thought in my life. But it's not just career, because it has shifted so much in my life, and it has allowed me and the people that I encounter on a daily basis with my business, each and every one that is plugged in and that I see grow will tell you the same thing that I'm telling you. It has truly changed our lives in an extremely positive way, not just the way we're making money, but the way that we're approaching people and the way that we're touching people's lives. Because when you ask me what I do for a living, I'm in the life-changing business. And I cannot be successful in this business unless I help my team be successful. And that's why I'm so grateful and I get so emotional. And I was so happy to hear that Adam is also a crybaby, because it has truly allowed me, you know what I mean? Like, you know, they were saying, yeah, Adam cries a lot too, because we truly, the core of our business is people. And if you cannot touch people and allow them to have a vision, help them to find their why, and help them to dream again, and help them to build into something that they thought, or tap into something they thought they could never do it on their own. You're touching them to the core of their being, and you're allowing them as a leader, and you're opening up their eyes, and you're help remove the blindfold of the things that they've been told and programmed for years and years and years and years that they cannot do. So for me, this is very powerful. This is not just, you know, some new networking company I'm dealing with. I was with my last one for 13 years. And it was rough to make the transition because of the relationships that you build, because of the people that you love. And when you come into a group where it is truly powerful, that every single one that plugs in is truly making a difference in everything that they touch, you can't but win. Mm. You have to win. Sorry. I'm done.
Hey, don't apologize for any of that. I love you for every inch of what you just said and for your emotion in sharing it. And I was taking some notes because I wanted to make sure that I circle back on something. One of the things I love the most about what you just shared, Doris, is you said when the storm hits, because that's real. It is coming. Everybody write this in your notes. The rainy day does come. Stuff is going to happen. That is one of the commonalities of life. And so, Doris, I'm glad that you're picking up on this, because what we talked about today is really how to protect your business from your life.
Exactly.
Come on, guys, touch down. Yeah. This is how you protect your business from your life, because a lot of times what happens is life happens. Doris, you got 7 kids. A lot of life is going to happen to you. A lot of life has happened, and a lot more life is still going to happen. But if you if you build your business and you do all these things that we talked about tonight, and you create a culture in your business where this is how it goes down on Team Fierce, that's your team, then guess what happens? When life hits you, your business continues. Your business doesn't stop.
And I tell you what, I'm here today, right now, in this training, because my team reached out to me the last 48 hours. And I'm grateful for that.
It's okay, Doris. It's all right, girl. It's all right.
Love you, Doris.
We love you. And believe me, you are not alone. You're not the only crybaby on this team. Whoever told you that Adam is a crybaby broke the cone of silence. We're going to find out who that person is. And
I can't tell you.
We're going to introduce them. But I'll tell on myself, I think I lost a contact in that training where all the crying that we were doing. But good stuff. Hey, guys, I want to let you know I just got a text message, and this actually touches my heart. This is from somebody that I love absolutely dearly, and this person knows who they are. I'm not going to give their name. They sent me a private message. I will not give their name, but this is what they said. And this makes the case. If you weren't sure up until now, when I read this to you, it will make the case. This person said, I haven't watched a live Team Elite TV in a while. I typically catch the replay. But this was incredible tonight. I feel the love and incredible support. This was awesome. I came back into the fold at the right time. What we do is glue. First of all, I can't tell you how happy I am to see my baby come back. Because this is not just somebody that I recruited, somebody that I love, right? But the key is that this stuff that we're talking about is the glue, and so many people fail because they don't have any glue in their business. So we want you to know, again, you're in the right company, the right place, the right time, and more importantly than all of that, you're in the right team. You've got the support system. You just need to go ahead and make your decision, your 3 to 5 year decision, your I'm going to do this stuff decision, and it will work for you. So that's it. I think we need to wrap this up. We just hit the 2-hour mark. It's our longest one ever, but hey, that's okay. We'll call it a special episode. We'll call it a double episode. How about that? Double, right? But we love you guys, and we want to see each and every person at the top. Our commitment on Team Elite is to create a disproportionate amount of success, meaning why so many people on one little team succeeding? Because of what we do right here. So we love you guys. Have a good night, and we'll see you. Let's go ahead and make this a monster week. God bless everybody. Good night.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.